Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we have three things going on. Number one, we have to announce the winner of the trailer giveaway. It is the Moss chain floor trailer from Southern Skinning. Southern Skinning, thanks for that donation. And after that, we're going to go take a look at the updates from Jon Ruda's Coronado. And then number three, we're going to go on a drive. We will be in Missouri today and we're going to go underground for a pickup. We're going to be using, obviously, the Coronado, but we're also going to use Jon Ruda's refrigerator trailer, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see who won the trailer for this week. Alright, so 20 people entered to win this week. Good luck to all of you. Let's see who it's going to be. The winner of the Moss chain floor trailer is going to be... Oh, I thought it was going to be Donnie. It's going to be Todd Sullivan. Donnie, you missed it. Just barely. Oh, man. Okay, Todd, congratulations. And thank you guys all for participating. And again, thank you to Southern Skinning for donating the trailer. Todd, you need to get in touch with me. I have an email address down in the description. It's toward the top of the description. Just go ahead and send me an email. Let me know who you are and what it was that you won. And I will get everything squared away for you. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the shop and take a look at this updated Ruda Coronado. All right. So this is what the Coronado looks like out of the gate. A couple things that we really want to get into. Some of the bigger changes we'll get to. Again, this is not a complete review. I do have a review video of this Coronado when it first came out, but this is just going over the updates. Okay, this is version 2 of the Coronado, and probably some of the biggest changes that we're going to be looking at here are on the cabin and the chassis itself. So let's go ahead and look at the cabin. As we see, because we are version 2, and the way Jon Ruda does everything, whenever there are updates, you're going to be able to know it. Version 7, version 8, version 12. So we are in version 2, so this is going to be the newest one. It is going to add in the day cab. And I'll let you see how I build mine out, but I am going to be running the day cab. In addition to that, we also have a couple new things on the chassis. For example, one of the things that we have is a shorter and longer hood with a movement of the axle. So if we go ahead and take a look at this, what we have is a 122 6x4, and we have a 122 6x4 SBA. So here is what the 6x4 looks like. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the profile. And this is the SBA. As we see, the axles actually move forward and we get a little bit of change right here in the hood area. So let's take a look at that again. Before and after. So this recesses quite a bit with the axle, and we'll take a look at it from the front again. This is what we were used to. This is what it came with before, but now we have the addition of the SBA version, and it's like that for a whole bunch of these different models. So as you can see, when we're looking at, do a search here for SBA, and the SBAs apply just to the 122s. So it's talking about the hood size. So whenever we're dealing with a 122 SBA, we're dealing with the shorter hood. And whenever we're going to a 132, we're talking about a longer hood and a moved axle. So that is one of the biggest differences. And 4x2 is brand new. So that would be kind of cool. I think I'm actually going to set it up like this and run a short 4x2, or maybe I'll just run a regular 4x2. I'm not sure yet. Let's just set it up like a 4x2 for right now without it being short. Engine and transmission to your liking. We're not going to do a whole lot of stuff inside because most of the changes apply to the outside of the truck. And we will get it started off with the idea that for the 70-inch cabins, there is now a version where you can get a back wall without a window. All right, so we'll go back to the cabin option and we'll switch over to any of the 70-inch ones. And as you can see, there is a window. It isn't a different chassis that controls whether that window is there. You go to the accessories on the outside, click on this note here, and you'll see cabin wall window. You can get it with the window, or if you click on this option, you will see there is no window. So you do have that option on the 70-inch cabs. Let's go ahead and go back to the day cab. And what were we on before? I think maybe we'll go with an SBA. Let's go with an SBA 4.2. That gives it a completely different look. So we still have the 4x2, but it's a longer. It's not the short version. Anyway, the window was one of the options. We also have some new guards for the headlights. Yes, here we have headlight deflectors right here. And we can get those in chrome, as you see what happened right here. Or we can get that in color. And that'll just blend into whatever color you've picked. So those are the headlight guards. We also have some new options for the grills. And I love how you can, you know right off the bat which ones are the new ones because he's marked it. So inner grill custom 1 chrome, custom 1 color, custom 2 chrome, custom 2 color. And then we also have 3s and 4s. I'm just going to go to the chrome so you can see the shapes. But these also come in paints. I'm just skipping over them. Here's number 5. We have number 6. We have number 7. So it's getting finer and finer. We have number 8 is our last one. And that is just, wow. Okay, there's a lot going on there. So that's basically what you get. You get 8 new grills in both chrome and color. We do have some front fender extensions here at this node, and pay attention to the wheel well right there. We can get them in chrome, we can get them in the color, or we can get them in plastic. I don't know, for some reason I just like the plastic. I don't know, maybe I can't tell you why, just a personal preference. But cool that they have those fenders now, those fender guards. We also have some new hood mirrors. Where are those? There they are. So there's 2 versions. This one I kind of like because they stick out so far and they're easy to see. One of the things that always gets me is even if I have really good visibility, depending on my options for placing my GPS, because I like to place it on the bottom, sometimes it ends up interfering. And here are the ones that are a little bit shorter and then they don't stick out as much, grill B. So they're a little bit closer in, a little bit tighter. For me, I like A right there, and obviously you can do that on both sides. I guess you could pick one or the other. You could pick B over here and A over there. Honestly, they really good visibility at this location. That is definitely the one that I choose. We do have a couple new sun visors, and we've got them in chrome and color. So let's go ahead and get to these. So here's chrome number 1, and I'm going to go ahead and tick this off so that we can, well, no, I'll leave it on, but we need to go in so we can see what's going on, so you can see the overall shape and everything. So here's chrome 1. Here's the same one in color. Now I'll just go through all the chrome ones, but know that they all have color variants. That's number 2. That's number 3. Is this a good enough vantage point? It's kind of hard because those things stick, the light nodes, they kind of get in the way. I don't know the best angle to do it really. Here's number 4. And those are the new ones that we have. So 8 new ones, 4 styles, each of them in chrome and in color. Now this one was a little bit harder to find for me. He's talking about aero panels under the cab, and I only found it here on this side. It's the under cab filler. It's a little hard to see, so we're going to go in here. I might have to duck a little bit, but I have them on right now. It's this little slat. So if I say not installed, it looks like this. So small difference. Again, maybe I can get in a little tighter here. This is what it looks like with it not installed, and this is what it looks like installed. Boom. So just that little difference, and I'm sure it makes a lot of difference on the aerodynamics, but it's a small component. Just thought I would throw that out. I was not able to find it on this side. I was only able to find it when I went to the right side, the passenger side of the truck. Just keep that in mind. We have new fenders now, so let's go ahead and check out some of these rear fenders. And we know which ones are the new ones because they say new. So we've got fiberglass single axle 1, which is perfect because, well, we're rocking a 4x2 here. What will happen? Okay, so it says axle 2. Oh, you know what? Maybe it just applies for the chassis that you have selected. So here was 1 again. Okay, so it's a little bit thicker for number 2. Here's number 2 right now. Then we also have fiberglass Gangsta half 1. And we have Gangsta half 2. That again is, okay, so you can see it's like more thick. Let's take it from this angle. About right there. You can see how it is thinner right now. Is that what it's doing? And here's number 2. Okay, yeah, so it just comes down more. It's more pronounced and covers more of the tire. So those are the new additions. I don't believe there's anything else. No, that is it for that. And we also have custom trailer cables. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. The new ones, here's custom black, and it's going to appear here. There's custom black, custom chrome, and custom color. So we do have those additions now for the trailer cables. And some other random bug fixes here and there, but for the most part, that's pretty much what covers all of the new updates to the Coronado. I thought that there was going to be a few new items on the inside. It doesn't really appear like that, but this isn't really much of a surprise, because if we look at other trucks in the past, we look at the W900 and we look at the Freightliner, what was it, the FLD? Or was it the Classic XL, same truck? We saw updates that focused on the outside mainly, and then in another update later, we saw more stuff that focused just on the interior. So he's kind of keeping to this same pattern. So everything is on the outside. The big things, again, are the new 4x2 chassis and the fact that you have that SBA 122 as opposed to the 132. So looking pretty good. I definitely gives it a completely different look, and I think I'm going to run this one, to be honest with you. I might do the short version so you can see a little bit of variant in what it looks like, but super short, it's going to look it may look a little goofy, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. For those of you that are on the fence, trying to decide whether you're going to get the Coronado or not. And this seems to be the trend, kind of like the 389, 379, 378, 388, that truck, where he's putting in more variants. Just like with the W900, you get the A variant as well. And you get a little bit different change to the hood, change to the lights. In this case, it's actually doing something very substantial, much more like the glider, where he's having the chassis actually move on you. So pretty cool update. Let's go ahead and take it for a drive. All right, so it looks like we're going to pick up in Kansas City at the SubTropolis. That is the underground structure. And I believe it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, of the 4 that are in Missouri. We're going to be taking 40,000 pounds of potatoes to Kirksville. We're going to stay within Missouri, about a 3-hour drive. Not too bad. So let me show you what the truck looks like. All right, we are here at the SubTropolis here, and we get a neat little map. You know, when you've got a map for parking, you know it's going to be a pretty crazy little pickup spot. So they actually have 5 sections. As far as I understand, when the map comes up, I just see a flag, and I go to that general area. I don't think that, unless I'm missing something, I don't think that there is anything in the instructions or the job that actually tells you what area to go to. You just kind of look at it on the map, and maybe this is the way it's laid out in Missouri itself, and you would actually know ahead of time what area to go to, so that it makes it a little bit easier. But these this underground area is pretty tight, as we're going to see. So the truck itself, we can hear that the reefer's already running on it. I'll get that shut off in just a second. So I went with this. I told someone else, I think it was on Goggles live stream, maybe last week. I've kind of been going with a couple things. I've been running a lot of Max lately, but I've also kind of had this orange-brown feel. So it's a little bit dated, kind of a throwback to like the 70s or the 80s for sure. but different kind of scheme. You can see I've got the headlight guards on there. I kept that with the color. Even kept the color on the bumper instead of going with the chrome. Kept chrome all over these steps and tanks. In terms of the connectors here, I went with the color. So we are doing the custom one. It's just with color. I did put a beacon on it. A little bit weird to see that on a truck that's pulling a reefer. I pretty much went with paint on the grill as well. We do have a Missouri license plate, so that is cool. I went with the hood mirrors that stick out a little bit more. We went ahead and went with the duck that is in color. Standard lights and horns. Yeah, but this is what the short one looks like. This is the short 4x2, and this is the SBA version. So the axle is actually slid back a little bit further, gives it a little bit different look. Pretty cool all around. All right, so let's go ahead and pick up the cargo. Normally I would just go and get the cargo to save time. Driving through this underground area is going to be pretty cool, so I definitely want to show you that. All right, let's go ahead and get in. And again, the windshield wipers killing me. Let's go ahead and get the windows down, or just the driver one anyway. Crank it over. This is Zeemods Cummins ISX CM870. This is a 525 horsepower variant, and we've got a 13-speed Eaton Fuller, 355 on the differential. Let's go ahead and, well, we'll keep the four-ways off for now. Get the parking brake off. Turn on our headlights because we are going to need that. Track IR is on. This second knob over here. Oh, let me bring that camera up. This second knob over here on the right, the green one, is going to be for our splitter. Give us something else to do so we can fidget. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the left. And by the way, something cool, in case you guys haven't noticed it, I do see other trucks running. And it's not just like that truck on the left that's coming out. I've seen trucks running inside. And a lot of the times, most of the time, that I've tried to do a pickup and I have to really navigate how I'm going to back up because it's tight in there, there's always a truck right behind me honking his horn. It's kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and enter into Zone B here. Let's see if everything ends up connecting. I mean, could they have given you a narrower path into here? I don't even know if we're going to clear that, I'll be honest with you. Alright, so 15 miles an hour. We got a little bit of driving to do. And there's some railroad tracks, which is awesome. I wonder if a train actually is going to be animated through here. Oh, probably not. No, it's sitting right there. Yeah, it is tight in here. Give you a nice little challenge. Backing her up. So we're going through the green zone, but it looks like we got to go over there. Which would be the easiest? Not sure. Let's head this way. We gotta stop again for another railroad. I don't think they're going. This would be the end of the road. I think they're going into a wall. No, it's not. I was wrong. But there's cars. We're not gonna really observe all these stop signs. So we just gotta keep going straight ahead, follow the map. But man, look how detailed it is in here. How, I mean, there are other spots, 3 other ones in Missouri that you can go to, and this, I believe, is the biggest one. I think we want to go to the left now. Zone D. Make sure we have plenty of room. So the blue area, that's where we want to be going. And we'll stop for the train. Is that the train? No, just other traffic. I have seen other trucks in here, like I've said. Usually they're only following me, though, to maybe make it a little bit more urgent. I don't know. So it's coming up here on the left. Keep our eyes peeled. Maybe in this section right here. Yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and turn. I mean, this is actually one of the most accommodating ones that I've had so far. We'll hit the horn so they know we're coming back. Oh yeah, this one's going to be super easy. By the way, for this trailer, Ruda's trailer does have the sliding tandems, and I have them pulled all the way up for maneuverability. Obviously, when you're going to be in a tight, confined spot like this one, you definitely want all the help that you can get. We'll round that off there. That's a pretty good approach. And we'll go ahead and hit the brake, get the lights off so we're not blinding people, and we have to shut it off immediately. There are signs that say do not idle, and for obvious reason. Alright, let me go pick up the cargo, and I will be right back. That was a pretty shady parking job there. I kind of rushed that one because we already are taking all the time to navigate through here, and it's not about the parking today. It's about...
I may be the Vice President of America, but you're the President of this car, and it's time to take action.
Thanks, Morgan. It's about exploring the caves. Well, not really caves, but this underground pickup area is so cool. First time I saw a YouTube video of that, I was like, that would be so cool if they would do it for the game. So how do we get out of here? What's going to be the quickest way? Is there only one exit? There may only be that one exit, and we have to... Yep, there is. There are signs everywhere. We're looking for the black signs. Those are the exit signs. Make sure we got plenty of room, and we do. These hood mirrors really come in handy. I find myself using those a whole lot when trying to navigate turns over any of the other ones, even though we still have really good visibility. So, exit is straight ahead. Let's pause. I haven't seen any cross traffic here. This is probably my 4th or 5th delivery in here. It shouldn't take us that long to get out. Yeah, it looks like we are going to have to retrace our steps. It's probably just that one entrance. So we're going to go to the left. No? Straight? Straight still? Okay, there must be another exit then. That's kind of cool. It would be kind of, when it's so tight in here and having all traffic just funneled into one area, I think that'd be kind of crazy. Not very realistic. I mean, if another truck comes along here, I don't have a whole lot of room on the sides to give them space. And it says exit straight. It says exit that way, so straight, and that one says exit to the left. Right. Right. Okay, let's just go ahead and go this way. Yeah, that's not too bad. Looks like if we're coming out of it now, looks like that's a pretty good shortcut compared to retracing all of our steps back to where we entered. I had set the truck up there because that's where I got the last job, thinking I'm probably going to get sent to the same area, and I was not sent to the same area at all, which is kind of cool. I mean, big place like that, you're going to have multiple entrances and exits, and so this is the only thing that's kind of weird. It looks like you're going out at night, because if it was during the day, it would normally be super, super bright, but it's 9:30 in the morning. And then you come to the exit here to come out to the real world, and it's not daytime. Or it's not... There we go. Boom. That's a little weird. maybe work on the lighting a little bit. But it looked like we were going out into, like, you know, 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock around sunset or just after sunset. But no, it's the middle of the morning. So off we go. Pretty cool little setup. That subterranean system there. So give me your critique, guys. How did I do? How did I do when putting this together? Is this just a ridiculous color? Was this a ridiculous option? Do you like the other model where the chassis pull forward? Do you not like the 4x2? Right. Maybe the color's a little weird. I just wanted to do something a little different.
Turn right. And then turn left.
I love the Jake on this 870. What's this guy doing? See, this other guy did the same thing before. He waited till I went, and then he almost plowed into me. Yep. Not a whole lot of room for us to both go at the same time. We'll use that hood mirror. That hood mirror really helps.
Turn left.
So the last time I took this drive, which was earlier today, I really am missing PNG, that base, because of the ground textures. Everything just looks so blown out as soon as we get onto the highway. I couldn't even tell what lane I was driving in. By the way, those are, what, pits or stains or whatever, permanent marks on the windshield. You can pick that with any Ruda truck. There's usually a node somewhere around the middle of the window, and you can pick for scratches in 3 different levels. It's pretty cool. And I believe that there is a mod that goes along with that to be able to pick that. I believe it's let me see if I can find it, and I'll put it in the description. I think it's for like scratches. It's what it's called, window scratches or something like that. But Ruda is like one of the only trucks that actually acknowledge that and puts it in. Pretty sure. Unless they've changed it and it just comes with the truck now. But at one point, I believe it was a separate mod.
Right. And then turn right.
Keeps it a little bit realistic. So I kept everything kind of tan in here. We got tan and like a dark gray. Yeah, we're running that. I have yet to get a fine in Missouri. Again, every time I say that, I ask myself, do I have fines turned off? I normally have them on, and I've driven in it in 4 different profiles. So maybe they're being more lenient on the fines? Not sure. Get the window up. So about 2 hours, 42 minutes. So a lot of updates have been dropping over the past few days. I kind of stepped away for a couple days. Wasn't paying attention just because of work and stuff. I didn't get to drive much. And I came back and I just got a whole bunch of, updates on Facebook, direct messages on Discord, and just a whole bunch of news, emails on all these updates that have been dropping. Most of the new stuff, obviously besides this Coronado update, has been updates to trailers, because that is the one thing that we've been waiting for. People getting everything straight ever since SCS changed the way these trailers handle cargo. And it's probably not as big of a deal, if I understand it correctly, for anything like a tanker or a dry van or a reefer like this. But if you have anything where the cargo is showing, I think that's maybe where things got mixed up. So we're seeing a whole bunch of mods. See how blown out? See how blown out this is? I don't even know if I'm in the right lane, the correct lane. See, I'm not even in a lane. If you look in the mirror, you can kind of tell.
Exit right.
But it's so blown out. I don't like it.
Exit right. right, and then turn right.
Come on. I wasn't recognizing that gear.
Turn right.
But yeah, a whole lot of updates. 850 Modding is getting all of his stuff together. I think he got the he had the scissor neck updated. I think he might still be working on the 60-ton Highboy. What else did we have that was updating? ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews has some stuff that is being updated. I think it's the, I want to say maybe the Landau. Yeah, I think it's the Landau and the, I think it's, oh damn, I can't remember. The Entire Blackhawk, that one definitely has been updated. And for those of you that have been following for all the updates with the Entire Blackhawk Lowboy, there is an update that he wants to release, version 6. That is not this one. This is just the update that makes it compliant with 1.54 and all the cargoes, so he calls it like 155. Not quite, you know, or 5.5, not version 6 quite. So there is going to be another one with updated cargoes and probably some other surprises too. But this one just keeps it, or makes it 1.54 compliant. And the BWS Oilfield Lowboy is also 1.54 compliant. Loving Missouri here. Still learning the ropes. I still have to make it down to Joplin. I haven't been into Joplin at all. And whatever city that is on the southeast side that's a little smaller, I still need to get into that one, I believe. But I'm loving Missouri. So yeah, tons of updates have been dropping, like left and right. And after coming back for a few days, I had to spend like almost a solid 40-45 minutes just downloading. I'm going a little fast here, but it doesn't seem like we're getting any fines, so yeah, I spent like 45 minutes downloading new stuff. I was downloading this truck, ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews, 850 Modding. There were some updates, bug fixes and stuff to some trailers. I think there was the one of the cargoes was a little wonky on the Pister Rogers Lowboy, but that got an update recently. Hit the cruise control back on. Yeah, this 4x2 is short. It is short. I don't know. Looks a little goofy to me. Now I ran. I'm kind of used to seeing. Why is my Jake on? My Jake wasn't. Oh, it's automatic. Okay, that's why. And that's what happens when you get out. ATS reminds you that they're gonna throw anything at you. And I could easily do a review on like an update to a truck and a trailer and a map and, you know, all in one video, and it's so overwhelming. So wanted to focus on the truck today, and then as I had talked about and promised, I wanted to get us into that SubTropolis underground pickup because it's so cool in there. So like a completely different aspect. Even just the type of parking and how tight it is in there. And the pickup today was pretty easy, but I've seen some really tight ones, drivers trying to get in and out of those places on YouTube. So they've done a pretty good job of modeling that and giving you that. It's definitely a claustrophobic maze type feel, but so cool. Let's get to the outside, see if we can't crash.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah, we do have to exit to the right. I don't know. It's a little funky with that axle set back, that SBA.
Turn left.
Good Jake, though. Good Jake. Oh. I didn't see that car.
Keep right.
So we are actually coming up into Kirksville now. 45 is the limit. We got a little bit more. Now we're up to 70. Good. So I know it takes a little bit more resources to run what I usually run is the PNG weather. I'm definitely still missing the base, so as soon as that gets updated, I can't wait to get that back in the game. But maybe I'll leave the skies and the weather the same, because I know it draws extra resources, and these aren't actually half bad at all.
Keep right.
SCS has done a lot better with their skies and everything.
Right, and then continue straight.
All right, welcome to Kirksville.
Continue straight.
And obviously I got the notification because I haven't been here before, but not just in this profile. This is the first time I've been in Kirksville at all since we got in Missouri. I don't know. I think I'd want at least a 6x4. Maybe it would be a little bit more fuel efficient, a little bit less weight. I mean, because what are we running here? The load is actually, I think it's pretty light. Oh, it's 40,000 pounds. It's not too bad. It's a pretty decent load. The load that I took earlier today was only it was like 16,000 pounds of toys. And really the only reason why I picked it was because it was a shorter drive. I wanted to know what it was going to be like picking up cargo out of there. So I kind of had to continue the drive if I didn't want to get dinged at $12,000. So I took a short drive.
Turn right.
Come on, get in there. Oh, that was really high up.
In 400 meters, turn right.
We are dropping off at the Walmart.
Turn right.
See how they want us to get it and go in here. Probably up on here. Yeah, up to the right. I don't see anything coming. Unless it spawns in right in the middle. Which is usually what happens to me. Plenty of clearance on the right there. And we'll go up here on the left, or on the right side. Get the window down. Get our four-ways on. And looks like they've got us dropping off in the back. Little California roll there.
It's been my honor and duty to see you.
Find out exactly where this drop-off is. It's not one of this first section, is it? Is it around the corner? Be cool if I can get a bay. Like that open one right there. Oh yeah, look at this. So we actually have to reverse this. So how am I going to do this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan as if I was going into one of those bays back there. Just so I can turn around. Maybe this is the right approach, maybe it's not. We'll see. Oh, look, we got a busted down truck. Something else I didn't mention is that when you get this Coronado, if you update, get the new Wrecker mod, the Coronado can be turned into a Wrecker, so that's kind of cool. I want to make sure I avoid that Freightliner. Yeah, that should work pretty good. Need to make sure we're not going to bang into the corner of the building. See if we can... Does the hood help? The hood kind of helps. Oh, there we go. I can tell in the convex mirror. Let it continue back a little bit more. A little bit of an illusion there. Thought it was further over to the wall. So let's let it keep going. Now we'll straighten it out. It looks like it moves quick. It looks like it moves quick in that mirror. Yeah, let's pull forward. Maybe I don't have the mirrors quite right. Make a little S shape here. That should work itself out. You know, also it's just turning really quick. By the way, this is a 48 footer. So 48 footer is going to move a little quicker than a 53. Plus I've got the tandems pulled up. Can we bump it? Maybe? Yep, there we go. We're there. Alright, hit the parking brake. Turn the track IR off. 4 ways, not needed. We're in a bay. Oh, let's get it out of reverse so it stops beeping. Parking lights on only, engine off, and welcome to Kirksville. So thanks for taking the drive with me, and let me know if you have any questions about any of the updates for the Coronado from Jon Ruda. Pretty cool little additions. I'd like to know your thoughts down below, not only for what I designed, but some of the options that are now on it. And I think a lot of people are going to, who are kind of on the fence, maybe people that aren't just updating this truck, who have already bought it, but people who are thinking about looking at these updates to see if it's worth it now, they would probably use a lot of feedback from people. So let me know what you think about this update. And as always, Southern Skinning, thank you for the donation, the Moss Chain Floor Trailer. Congratulations to Todd Sullivan, the winner of the Moss Chain Floor Trailer. And thank you all for participating. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell if you'd like to see all my videos. And I will see you later. Take care.